Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, I come back with that video just to make you think. And we have Crypto Night in America on CNBC. And playing the Hegelian dialectic to a perfection. We have Sky Bridges' Anthony Scaramucci against the Duke Professor. The Duke Professor clearly said do not invest in crypto, which makes no sense whatsoever because we know about the fourth industrial revolution. But he did say something correct, that stable coins are the foundation of DeFi. The same reason how the dollar is the foundation of the global economy. Stable coins are nothing but digital fiat dollars. Terra's Luna and UST had nothing to do with the actual market falling. We know this for a fact. We know the Fed is shrinking liquidity. That's the reason why cryptos are going down. That's the reason why stocks are going down. But yes, stocks have definitely bounced off the lows. And we know that cryptos are still based on speculation. But we see all the real use cases coming together. We see billions, hundreds of billions of dollars being invested in the crypto market. We know this is Shemitah year. It's all about building. 2023 to 2025, we'll see the robots, algorithms, and drones start to take over the economy while the sheep go inside the metaverse. And we have the chart guy talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum. And you guys know I don't believe in charts. Why? Because the game is rigged. And remember, the crypto teacher told you because he knows. When it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
Whether you're a retail investor or institutional investor should learn from Luna and Terra.
Well, stay out of crypto.
Yeah.
Luna and Terra were not the cause of the sell-off in crypto. It was a consequence. The sell-off has been going on for quite a while. Now, of course, I think there are some specific issues at play with algorithmic stablecoins, which is that they're anything but stable. I mean, there are other fiat-backed stablecoins like US Dollar Circle that have performed well. Tether has done okay, although it did break the buck briefly a few weeks ago. But I think stablecoins, it's critical that we regulate this space, Frank, because 80 to 85% of crypto trading and lending on DeFi platforms and exchanges abroad that are unbanked occurs via stablecoins. So it really supports this broader crypto ecosystem. And right now, the Treasury Department and the White House are trying to require stablecoin issuers to become FDIC-insured banks, so we don't have this repeated type of run risk that we saw with Tether and that we saw with Luna and US Dollar Terra, and which we could see with Tether. And in Tether's case, they hold over $30 billion worth of commercial paper. So if there were to be a run on Tether, they would have to sell those assets quite quickly, which would drive up borrowing costs for real companies in the real economy. And you would have a spillover impact that really would just be unfathomable. So we have to get stablecoin regulation right and broader crypto regulation.
To people, the use cases, the broadening of the Lightning Network, and he would have seen that there's billions of dollars of capital entering the space, including the Andreessen Horowitz $4.5 billion capital raise that they announced this week. And so I like following the numbers. Where are the numbers? Use cases are going up, wallets are going up, and there's exponential growth in the industry. But like all early technology, you have these waves of volatility. And as Melton said, fear and uncertainty and doubt is the lead right now. And I predict until we get a cash ETF approved in the United States, Lee's working against that, I'm working for it, we'll probably see this thing languishing for a period of time. But when we get the cash ETF, I think we'll be off to the races. And remember, Fidelity made an announcement that they're putting this stuff in their 401k product offering. So I think very good times are ahead. We just have to be patient. We said it's impossible to call something a stable asset that's being backed by something that has an 80 vol. So we wrote about this. It was unshaky ground from day one. And when it imploded, we were not surprised. Having said that, it did cripple for the short term the industry. And so I just think we need the healing process. Lee points out something that I do believe. There are speculators in the market that are purely buying this stuff because they think they can sell it to somebody at a higher price. I think we've washed a lot of those people out with the Luna Terra situation. And I think as we return to fundamentals and people that are actually really doing the homework and understand the technology and recognize that the blockchain and things like Bitcoin are going to be these massive delayering mechanisms for our society, where they're going to take middlemen and middle women out of transactions and lead to unbelievable economic efficiencies. As we get those fundamental investors back into space, I think you're going to see these things right
up. But the most speculative thing of all was not. So Ethereum and Bitcoin, that is a very straightforward comparative chart. You see two colors, orange and blue, that's 6 months. Look at the 12-month comparative chart. They are the same thing. Look at the 5-year comparative chart. They are the same thing. And so key, we had biotech bouncing this week, and ARK bouncing, and China shares bouncing, but not Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let's look at the two charts on their own. The first is the absolute chart of Bitcoin. You see the authority of the 30,000 level, and unable to bounce 1 week, 2 weeks, and now starting to undercut. A break is underway. You can go as low as the imagination will allow. And Ethereum, final chart, it's the same thing. Well-defined lows at a common level, hovering ominously, and now starting to break below those lows.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort, and China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Team save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Drama Team save New York from COVID 33. Part 3. King Joshua and Drama Team goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.